If you kill all the ancients in the Legacy of the First Blade, then you unlock the Sword of Kings, one of the best, maybe even the single best weapon in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, thanks to the amazing legendary perk. So I want to take an in-depth look at that in this video. I will also share the locations for all the ancients in episode 3, so you can easily unlock the sword as well. Okay then, let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. By the way, I'm running a giveaway at the moment for that leaked Abstergo Soldier pack. If you want to win it, a link is in the description down below or also in the pinned comment. So go there for a chance to win, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel as well before you enter. Let's continue with that really amazing sword, because after the main story of the Legacy of the First Blade episode 3, you will be summoned to the Eagles of the Olympian store. No, you're not going to Sargon, but to the artisan smith, who asks you to collect adamantine that the ancients drop after you kill them. So you need to hunt all the ancients in all the episodes of the Legacy of the First Blade, so get all the necklaces that they drop and then deliver it to him to get the Sword of Kings. Again, I will share the locations of the new targets in a second, but let's first take a look at this weapon. Inspired of course by Prince of Persia, as it looks similar to the King's Sword that you get at the end of the Two Thrones game, and the description of the sword reads, "A glorious memory of Persia from time long since past," also kinda hinting to that series. And yes, you already see it, the all damage perk, but more importantly the amazing plus 50% melee charging speed, so you can do your charged heavy attack 2 times faster, and for some weapon categories that is really insane. In Origins we of course had the instant charging perk, so you could like instantly do this powerful attack. We never had something like that in Odyssey, but this perk comes really close, especially with the sword itself, making you able to throw the enemies on the ground or put down their defense, and they can immediately follow up with another charged heavy attack. Especially nice against mercenaries that don't really move that far, but will be interrupted. So then you can follow up with more charged heavy attacks and like hit them really fast after each other. And there are of course ways to make your charged heavy attack even better in terms of damage. You find the 20% extra damage with this ability on the Typhon's Mace that you get from one of the mercenaries. But also if you were able to buy the Black Thorn when it was on sale at the Eagles around the launch of the game, like close to launch, or you got lucky and got it from an Olympian gift, then you can use the perk that increases the crit chance of a charged heavy attack by 25%. Also making this ability way stronger. And I think the 40% extra damage from behind from the Dagger of Cronus is also great, because after a successful hit that stuns the enemy, you can like move around and then charge this attack again when standing behind them. The slow time ability can really help with this as well, because then the enemies will take more time to hit the ground or turn around, so you can easily stand behind them and unleash another charged heavy attack. So yes, the charged heavy attack of the sword is great, but of course the one from the heavy blunt weapon is really powerful as well, and that is the thing with the Sword of Kings, it opens up insane combos for the other weapon categories that have a strong charged heavy attack as well. And I showed you for example the Shark armor recently that is focused on low health play, doing that in combination with a strong heavy blunt weapon and just the charged heavy attack, and you can like easily kill all the enemies in one hit. Imagine being able to spam this attack even more thanks to the melee charging speed. I can't try that yet because the footage from episode 3 here is from a Ubisoft build that does not have my gear, but I already see many possibilities, as it will make the heavy blunt weapon wearing warrior builds that focus on being a one-hit killing machine even more deadly. But yeah, not every weapon has a great charged heavy attack like the daggers. That attack isn't as powerful to spam after each other, because the whole point of the daggers is to like hit really fast with your regular attacks. And you do this sort of jump as well that can make it hard to focus on one target. Same can be said for the spear, it doesn't have an amazing charged heavy attack. I mean, if you're not using it to throw people off ledges, for that it works really well. But yeah, you don't really need the increased charging speed for that. Now the charged heavy attack from the sword and the heavy blunt weapon are better for that single target damage, but also both the heavy bladed weapon and staff are great to wreck multiple enemies at once with an enhanced charged heavy attack. Like being able to constantly do the sort of whirlwind ability with the heavy bladed weapon. It's really powerful when you have like a group of enemies surrounding you. But again, also the staff really works well because it immediately does a follow-up attack, so you can hit the enemy directly after disrupting their defense. And just being able to spam this in both cases is amazing and shows you once again how powerful this perk really is. With update 1.14, Ubisoft added the melee charging speed mastery level to the game as well. So I spent the 20 ability points in there to see if it made any difference on top of the 50% that you of course have with the sword. And I gotta say, I don't see any. Also because it's only 10% extra speed that you get for 20 ability points. So that is totally not a lot for the amount of ability points that you have to spend in this mastery level. So now I'm really like, what is the purpose of this mastery level? Because having the 10% without the 50% from the sword is not really noticeable, and the other way around as well. If you already have the 50% extra melee charging speed from the sword, then the extra 10% does not really matter, because 50% is already really fast. Oh, and by the way, the sword looks amazing as well, with the handle like going over the blade, and the blade itself that has a sort of scimitar look. It's again the best sword and maybe even the best weapon in Odyssey. I might want to like take a look at all the weapons and do some sort of top 10 video I used to do for Origins as well. Could be fun to look into for sure, so keep an eye out on the channel for that. So yes, you want the Sword of Kings, and it's actually not that hard to get. You likely already killed the ancients in Legacy of the First Blade episode 1 and 2. Otherwise, I will have links to their locations in the description down below, so you can check them out. No, because episode 3 just came out, I want to focus on the locations of those ancients. And don't worry, for story spoilers, I will not have any. I will just talk about the targets that you are not able to find by following the main quest of episode 3. If you don't want to see the locations though, then you can totally just skip ahead to 8 minutes and 10 seconds, because there is a side mission in the game that does reward you with something that you don't want to miss. And I of course try and get to the freaking Hades Lieutenant. Let's start with the guy on the right over here in the cultist window. You need to find a clue in the sort of hunter village on a table like right here on the map. Just loot it, and then you can unveil this agent and see where you need to go. It's in the burnt village where you start the DLC and meet up with Darius. Moving on to the agent that is below this guy in the cultist window. And a clue for this one is actually close by this hunter village. It's near the wetlands southwest of the nearby fort. And you will find a body right over here on the map. So then you can unveil this agent and hunt her down. She's inside a cave full of followers of Ares. Just go inside, follow the trail, and you will encounter her and have to take her out. Another agent that you have to track down that is not part of the main story of episode 3 is on the left of the cultist window. And there's a clue over here on the map in the pit, like near a Spartan or Athenian camp, depending on who has taken over the region. You can just skip the enemies and immediately drop down to get the clue, and then you will be able to unveil this roaming agent. And with roaming, I mean that she can be in different places, so when you fast travel to a nearby spot, she might be somewhere else. So if like me that was the final agent you had to kill, then you can go back to the Eco store to talk with the smith and complete the quest to get the amazing sword. There's, by the way, also this a favor side quest in episode 3 that you totally want to do for a pretty good legendary lieutenant. So just pick up the quest in IPA and it has you go rescue Antides, who you might remember from episode 1 with the again Malacca quest, where you had to find these treasures on the islands in Macedonia. Like, it was a trial and error quest, I did not really like it. Well, now you save the guy and then you have the choice to get him as a lieutenant on your ship or not. And totally do yes, because his stats are actually pretty good with the javelin damage, a weak point creation with the javelins, and you immediately see the weak points from the enemies as well when a naval battle starts. I think his perks should be higher if you are a higher level, but I'm not sure if they like skill like the Ubisoft Club and Helix Store lieutenants. Either way, it is something to look out for sure. Subscribe for everything in Creed Odyssey if you haven't already. Like the video, of course, to support the channel. And I know the weekly reset just happened, and I'll have a dedicated video up about that really soon. I already did a live stream though, showcasing everything that you need to know. I will link to that at the end of this video, because first, let's of course go to Sargon and see what he's up to and see if he can finally give me the freaking Hades Lieutenant. Yes, Sargon, it's that time of the video again. We're going to try and get the freaking Hades Lieutenant, as you see. I'm 30 minutes before the weekly reset. We'll stream after this and then edit the video so I get it up as soon as possible. But now, let's open this Olympian gift, shall we? Come on. Okay. Brawler's helmet, warrior, dagger damage. Not bad. Maybe for a warrior dagger build, I guess. It's not that bad. Not that bad. Is there someone else? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. Damn it. Why am I, like, missing them all the time? I don't know. But yeah. We, of course, get them in the end. So yes, as always, subscribe for everything Odyssey. If you haven't already, liked the video to support channel. Check out the Abstergo pack giveaway in the description down below or in the pinned comment. And you can click on the screen if you want to watch the stream or if you want to watch the other items you can get with episode 3. I will speak to you next time and goodbye.